Let's face it, have you ever made an effort to download uncopyrighted, or as your professionals call, pirated materials from the internet? One infamously famous site that I personally use on a regular basis is the Pirate Bay. So what is it exactly, and why there's so much hype surrounding this website? Let's dig a little deeper into the world's largest refuge for uncensored, uncopyrighted data through our video. My name is Viet, representing the group in our e-commerce class. Okay, so the first part is the TPP's description. What exactly is the Pirate Bay? The Pirate Bay, abbreviated to TPP, founded in 2003 by Swedish think tank Piratbyrån, and since then it has been one of the world's most popular pirated music and content sites for over a decade, offering free access to millions of copyrighted songs and thousands of copyrighted Hollywood movies, television shows, and video games. But there seems to be a cat and mouse game, as TPP somehow manages to re-emerge every time the authorities crack down on them. The Pirate Bay has sparked some controversies about legal aspects of file sharing, copyright, civil liberties, and has become a platform for political initiatives against established intellectual property laws. And TPP is the part of a European socio-political movement that opposes copyrighted content and demands that music, videos, TV shows, and other digital content could be unrestricted in segments known as torrents. As a result, the Pirate Bay has been involved in a number of lawsuits, both as plaintiff and defendant, ever since its infancy and operation, and there is still no signs of this hard-fought war abating. Both the authorities and large corporations have joined hands to prevent this kind of piracy from proliferating. TVB's top-level domains in Sweden, Greenland, and Iceland has been shut down by the authorities, and TVB has continued to operate by hopping from country to country, then back again to Sweden. In 2016, a Swedish court ruled that the state could confiscate its top-level Swedish domains. In response, the company moved back to its original .org domain from 2003, which puts it back within the crosshairs of the United States. There are also actions from corporations as well. The Facebook has declared that after the Pirate Bay introduced the feature in March 2009 to easily share links to torrents and messages related to it, regardless of content on the social networking site, the Facebook Wired.com found in May that Facebook has started blocking the links. Microsoft has done something similarly. In March 2012, Microsoft blocked Windows Live Messenger messages if they contain links to the Pirate Bay. The record industry struggle against TPP is just part of the battle that it has been waging for some time. All of the original P2P file sharing services like Grokster, Kazaa, and Streamcast have gone out of business as predicted by the US Supreme Court since 2005. So how can TPP survive nowadays? What is the destiny of it? The content owners get a growing revenue stream and protection for their copyrighted content. TPP and other pirate sites may not be able to compete with new and better ways to listen to music and view videos. In 2015, traffic from the Pirate Bay and its cohorts accounted for 2.76% of internet traffic during peak hours, compared to 36.487% from Netflix alone. And content pirates don't appear to be particularly loyal to any of the sites they use. For all its traffic, TPP gets an average of only $9 per day in Bitcoin donations in 2016, and even that paltry sum still drops the amounts its competitors receive. What exactly could we possibly understand from the case of the Pirate Bay? This website seems to have resilience that other sites lack. Celebrating its 13th anniversary in 2016, TPP returned to the top spot among sites of its kind in 2016 after a multi-year hiatus due to its frequent closures. It has also become the largest video streaming site in the world thanks to a plugin that allows users to stream pirated content directly from their browsers. TPP utilizes Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages associated with peer-to-peer file sharing system. Firstly, it can provide you with totally free access to the world's richest data. And it is fascinating to enjoy the huge theater community sharing data, which means a large amount of users distributing or seeding a file is synonymous with the high speed of downloading. However, this also has some downsides inherent in its own. Because people share data in a haphazard manner with no administrator at the core managing, there are serious threats of malicious softwares and viruses. The download speed is sometimes low as well due to the low serial rate. And in the age of portable mobile devices, this P2P system is unfortunately incompatible. There are some questions to be asked about the Pirate Bay. The first question is, why did TPB believe it was not violating any copyright laws? TPB claims it is merely a search engine providing pointers to existing P2P networks, that it doesn't need self-control. It cannot control what content users ultimately find on those P2P networks, and that it is no different from any other search engine such as Google or Bing. From a broader standpoint, TPB's founders also claim that copyright laws in general unjustly interfere with the free flow of information on the internet. So by any means, they were not violating any Swedish copyright law, which they felt should be the only law that applied. And they further claimed that they did not encourage or enable illegal downloading. Despite TPB's claim, what did the Swedish court rule? The first Swedish court in Stockholm declared TPB's four founders guilty of violating Swedish copyright law and sentenced each to 1 year in prison and payment of $3.5 million in restitution to the plaintiffs, all Swedish divisions of the major record firms. Warner Music, Sony, and EMI Group among them. The court found that the defendants had incited copyright infringement by providing a website with search functions, easy uploading, and storage possibilities. The court also said that the four defendants had been aware of the fact that copyrighted material was shared with the help of their site, and that the defendants were engaged in a commercial enterprise, the basis of which was encouraging visitors to violate the copyrights of owners. In fact, the purpose of TPB was to violate copyrights in order to make money for the owners. The second question is, how has TPB managed to continue operating despite being found in violation of copyright laws several times? This is a quite interesting question, because TPB has appealed the court judgment, has not paid any fine, and its founders as yet have not spent any time in jail. It has moved its servers into caves, safe havens to be exact, in Sweden, and dispersed multiple copies of its program to other countries. Although it has been hounded by lawsuits, police raids, and confiscation of servers in various countries, as well as having its top-level domains shut down in Sweden and other countries like Italy, England, it has for the first time been found a safe place on the Caribbean island Saint Martin. In 2011, the firm moved its servers into caves in Sweden and dispersed multiple copies of its program to other countries just in case Swedish police tried to confiscate its servers again. Besides that, TPB is also frequently changing its IP address. The final question raised is, if the entertainment industry is the most likely to suffer from the unethical infringement of copyright laws by piracies in general. So how has the music industry reacted to the problems created by pirates like TPB? They have reacted by suing companies and individuals who they believe are involved in piracy and encouraging strong government enforcement of copyright laws. In addition, the music industry has had to drastically change its business models and decisively move towards digital distribution platforms. They have made striking progress, and for the first time in 2011, sales of music in a purely digital format accounted for more revenue than sales of music in the physical format. To do so, the music industry employed a number of different business models and online delivery platforms, including Apple's iTunes, pay-per-download models, subscription model, streaming model, and now music in the cloud.